Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Clint, and I am here to show you how to get VHs on your Epinion articles. First of all, you want to make sure that you can identify with your audience and figure out what you know. I'm a musician, so I write about musical items. Neck straps, stands, reeds, all sorts of stuff like that. So I've identified who the author is, that's me, and I identify what I know so that I can be authentic. And so all I'm doing is I'm identifying music items that I can review. Third thing, you want to figure out what your purpose is. The whole point of Epinions is to review items so that people know what they're getting. You're just trying to help people. You're not trying to persuade to buy. It's just a desire to help people. If you come across with that desire, then people are going to be nice about your articles and they're going to give you good scores. Trust me, I know. So, once you've identified who you are, what you know, and what you're going to write about, you can then proceed with the article. So before you use you start typing anything at all, you want to use this, and write yourself an outline, something really quick, something simple. Make sure you write down 5 or 6 specific criteria that you can use so that your article sounds very authentic and very informative. Make sure it's short and simple, nothing too complex. Things like cost, durability, easy to use, all sorts of things like that. Make sure it's very simple criteria. So now, for the actual writing of the article, you want to give yourself a greeting. So say, hey guys, how's it going? I'm a musician. Then relate an experience. I've had this neck strap for 4 years and it hasn't failed me once. I love it. It's great. So you give yourself a greeting and then a little bit of an experience, and then you launch into the actual article with all of your criteria. Now when you're writing your criteria, you want to make sure you're using bold subtitles for each of the items that of your criteria. For example, cost. And then you'd write 2 or 3 sentences, and then you just make sure that it's very short and informative, something simple about your item. So you've got your 5 subtitles with maybe 2 or 3 sentences under each one with specific examples. And then, once you've got your criteria on the page, you can give yourself a little bit of a summary. This is really great for people that don't want to read your whole article. You can just say, overall, I really, really like this item. I've been using it for 4 or 5 years. I would recommend it to any of my friends. It is something that I will definitely be able to use in the future. So you've got your greeting, then you've got your experience, your quick experience. Then you've got your criteria, something short and simple about each of your 5 criteria. Set it up in a simple format so people can read it. You've got your overall summary, and then you sign off. Just say, hope this helps, guys. Enjoy, and I really hope that I was able to inform you a little bit about the item. Nothing too crazy, just a nice, sincere sign-off. So now that you've written your article, then comes the fun part. You get to evaluate yourself. So before you post it, make sure that you take the time and read through the article, reread it, and make out loud, because if you read it out loud, you're going to catch stuff. You read it out loud and make sure it flows. If that happens, you have someone else come in and read it. If it flows for them, you're golden. You hit the spell check button, because if you misspell things, you sound like an idiot. Yeah, that's true. You really do. So you might want to make sure you spell check stuff, read through it, and then you can actually post the article. Now I have one more piece of advice that will help you to get VHs on your articles. When you receive comments from people that have read your article, you want to respond as quickly and as genuinely as possible. For example, I wrote an article about a neck strap, and another guy who's a musician, he's a saxophone player, came and wrote a comment on my article. He gave me an off-topic, whereas everyone else had given me very helpful scores. It was kind of weird. So I read the comment, and he said that if I would just tweak the article this way and move it to this item, then I would be able to get a VH from him. So I took his advice. I moved my article to another item which was more specific. It was more specifically the item I was addressing. And he, in turn, gave me a VH. So the one last thing that I have advice for you is take the advice of all the people that comment on your articles and turn it into a really genuine article that they can review and really feel good about. That way you'll get good scores, you'll get better scores after you've written the article, you can get more points on your article, and you don't have to worry about it. So in review, make sure you identify who you are as the author, who your audience can be, according to stuff that you know. Make sure your purpose is to help, and then write yourself an outline. Start with your greeting, then your experience, your criteria, your sign-off and summary. Make sure that you spell check and review your article before you post it, and then after you post it, you can always go back and change it and update and get better scores. Hope this helps, guys. I know you guys are going to get BHs. Woo! All right.